point differential, and it was on hard downboard. But that being said, we're
We're
going
like
live here.
50 points and it's nothing, yeah. Yeah, we are going live, though.
Indeed, we are. And it's going to be yet again Apollyon going up against Vox Populi, two North American teams here in the quarterfinals. First attack coming in here. Charger looking for something on Ellis, not going to find it. Smoker grabs a quick pull onto Coach, but immediately cleared. And that first attack brings out absolutely nothing there for Apollyon. Only 7 points. So let's do a quick roster rundown. You can choose whatever team you would like to handle.
Vox Populi starting off the map with Misanthrope, Stu, Piff, and Joshy. 3H Joshy. And Misanthrope running up, getting the easy crown right away before they even have time to set up as the SI. And yeah, go ahead. It's SI attack coming in.
Does look like they are going to try to spring this attack here very shortly. Boomer looking to grab something here. But I'll go ahead and do a quick roster rundown for Apollyon. We'll have Lust, Grizz, who is Elsai, Congro, M4, and Super. Charger goes in the back, lands out onto Ellis, and that's going to be a spit charge right down top of it, and the dead spit as well, latching onto Ellis. That's going to drop Joshy way down into the 30s. Wow, from one hit, Joshy drops all the way down to yellow, and that's going to be a huge hit there from Apollyon. And Boomer just dropping in there for a little bit of a scratch there on Ellis, finds it, and is killed off. Tank also in the hands of Lust here for Apollyon.
Yeah, great job, Super, setting that Charger up for 45 points of spit damage from M4. Just what you need before a tank. A little bit of bleed damage.
Yeah, for you guys asking in chat, Sai is Grizz. Elsai Congo. I don't know what that means. I could be saying something completely horrible. But I have no idea what it means.
I liked Kermit the Frag, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Switching it up.
Yeah, I like that one too. Lust taking a little bit of an unorthodox route here, but Ellis is wise to his ways, spots the tank, and now the Survivors are actually going to look like they want to push forward here, maybe? No, actually, he's going to back up again. No, they're actually going to go forward.
Don't quite see a tank coming in from behind immediately. No hesitation. Knew exactly where he wanted to go there. But Boomer coming down, getting a double boom to slow them down and put this tank in probably a good spot.
Tank's down to 70%.
These guys are pushing hard, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they try and push through the alleyway here. And in fact, they're going to do just that. Rochelle man-moning it up here. Two Survivors are stuck in the background now, though, and it looks like there was a little bit of a miscommunication here on the side of Vox. Ellis getting punched twice, and is put in the corner here at the end of the street. Gonna get punched yet again by Lust, running to the tank's face there. And that's tank down to 3,000 HP, cornering Coach here. Gonna get one punch on him, go for second, and again lands it. Two more punches will end Puff and put him down into the end cap. Lust down to 17 HP. That Hunter landing in the front, and that will be the wipe. Actually, no. Smoker getting cleared there. Rochelle is still running here. Rochelle getting...
Wow. It looked like they were in such a great spot getting back up to that alley there, but Nick, that boom, was just a little bit out of sync and couldn't quite close the gap. Rochelle going to try to get a pickup, though. Can't imagine it will amount to much, but this tank actually almost dying. The tank will die to the pistols.
The Stoopy pop your pills! He didn't pop his pill!
Time to take her pills. She gets smoked and goes down. Wow. Almost a little bit of recovery there, but couldn't quite close it out.
I am really surprised. Who was that all the way up front that got pounced by the Hunter? Was that...
I think that was that must have been Coach or something? Yeah.
No, Coach was down in the back alley there. Huh.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah.
I'm not too sure what it was, but they got pounced by a Hunter. And that definitely ended up spelling the wipe for them. I mean, if the Survivor wasn't that far up ahead, they would have killed the tank much sooner. I'm surprised why there was one Survivor so far up ahead. There was definitely a miscommunication happening.
That boom just threw them off enough to be able to close it out. Great clutch play from those SI.
Yeah, I mean, I agreed with the push forward. I thought it was a good idea. It would have made the tank commit pretty much immediately because he was so low on range at that point. He was down around 40%. And if they actually pushed forward in the alley, it might have even been enough to AI Lust. Or they could have wrapped back around through the bar and then, you know, been in a good spot and it would have been pretty much AI. But regardless, we're going to go live here with the second half. Apollyon showing off a very good SI side there. And a little bit of a miscommunication there coming out from Vox to start things off. So now they have to hope to capitalize here with their SI on the second half. And yeah, so we'll see Lust pushing his way out of safe from here very slowly but surely, clearing common along the way. And Ellis will be hot on his heels here, clearing out some common. Actually, no, he's going to ghost. He's not even going to shoot anything. He's going to play it slow.
Both teams taking a lot on this first attack here. Jockey can't land, coming in off the smoke, but everything getting shut down. Spitter getting a little bit of damage there, but not quite what I was expecting myself. Thought that Jockey cover was going to be huge.
Yeah, I thought the Charger would at least get in there for a punch or something, but Charger got shut down immediately upon dropping down pretty much. The Uzi's just railing into him. And we're going to see Les push up onto the bus, go for the draw ground here, drawing the Witch up the bus, and killing her off as she's in mid-climb. And that will be the end of the Witch there. Boomer coming in from the side window there, gets the single boom out onto Alice. Going to draw some forward and gang pulled in the back as well. Not going to amount to anything pretty much, but there's a Charger in the front here. Not too sure worries, but we do have a double cap happening here, or at least a potential of a double cap, I should say, as the Charger completely whipped Alice there, unfortunately. So Jockey gets a few couple ticks of damage. A few couple doesn't really make sense, but a few ticks of damage there onto Nick. And yeah, we'll see the tank coming up in the hands of a Stoopy for Vox.
Apollyon coming out pretty confidently this one, looks like.
I mean, even if they don't get the wipe here onto Apollyon, Vox has to know that they have to get at least a good amount of damage. Because this tank, they kind of botched. They should have actually been able to make the safe. Even after all the damage was done, if a Stoopy just popped his head pills, the ground people could have probably cleared him. So yeah, we'll see a proxy going out on Coach there in the backfield. This tank looks like he wants to try and hop with roofs, maybe. Rochelle peeking out there, getting about 20 damage of chip worth onto him. Yeah, they're just SI actually playing this really slow. Alice getting a little antsy here, pushing up a little bit underneath the building up front, looking for some more extra chip. And this tank might actually commit right here. He's on second pass, so he can't even hop roofs. He has to commit. Nick standing on top of the bench gets pushed off though, because the tank can hit him through that fence. Gonna go ahead and push Solaris back into the safe room. Hunter, nice triple cap landing.
Triple cap. Wow, wow. Tank is cornering Ellis. He's got 2 more survivors off. He's gonna be able to get a few punches off on Nick, but chip is going to start coming in. Everybody's back up. Got pills in them, and Tank will not be able to live much longer here. Getting an in cap, but that is it.
Indeed, I heard the SI all landing on their targets, but then the tank unfortunately clearing the Jockey, I believe it was. And, oh no, it wasn't even the Jockey. Was it the Hunter? Or am I can't remember which one the tank cleared, but the tri-cap did land, but then the tank actually ended up double punching the last survivor that was standing up and one of the cap survivors, and that completely it completely foiled the plans of the SI. They had the tri-cap, they had the wipe almost secured. The tank unfortunately just hitting 2 people at once. Charger coming in though, gets immediately there and shut down by Coach, but Coach does end up still getting pulled there by the smoker. And that spit will do a little bit of damage onto Apollyon, but Super and Lust still holding strong with the health bonus.
Yeah, stark contrast in styles from these two teams, as you called before, coming down maybe to how much Vox is prepared and knowing what they want to do each round. And Apollyon really is seeming like the ones with the plans. That tank, honestly, going in, didn't look like he had the most secure of plans, as opposed to Apollyon's tank coming in with precision there.
Indeed. So we shall see Team Apollyon taking an early lead here by about, I want to say that's like 464 points, I believe exactly. So not that not all that bad of a lead there. We can see Vox on the back foot, looking to regain their footing here in the coming round. And I mean, it could definitely switch. I mean, Vox showed a lot of potential. I believe it was just a miscommunication on their part. 2 of the survivors pushed up in the alley on their survivor half, and 2 of them stayed back. And it kind of just added up to, a lot of separation. They didn't get that initial good damage out onto Lust as he was a tank. And, it just all added up in the end, and it added up to a wipe to them. And then also on the SI side, once again, Vox, it wasn't really miscommunication. It was just a poor swing on the tank's part, and it ended up clearing one of the survivors that was already capped. And they once again, they had to try capped. All settled. It was done. And one of the survivors ended up getting cleared by the tank. So by no means do I think that Vox are out of this. In fact, I think Vox should be in the lead here.
Yeah, they did have some great plays there, but they just fell victim to the dangers of improvising, I think.
Yeah, most definitely. And yeah, with that being said, we're going to be going live here with the second map. Apollyon with that early lead once again over on your survivor half. Vox taking up the SI. And we're going to see the first hit being a Spitter, Charger, Jockey, and a Hunter. So a decent tri-cap with the spit. So any kappa that lands is going to receive that spit for that extra damage. And this charger looks like he wants to drop right in on top of the Survivor's faces here. Hunter spawned up on the side of the safe room building. And Jockey looks like he's coming from actually quite a distance away, up by the trash can.
I hear a
Hunter crouching around, looking to make a little bit of noise here. And Apollyon is taking this extremely slow.
Hunter actually the first one to go in, was not expecting him to do it. He gets skeeted instantly. Spitter is going to slow him down a bit, not really do any damage, and Jockey's shut down too. No, I don't know about that Hunter as the initiator there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure
Got
they
a
should
little
have
too
sent him in
antsy.
there. Apollyon waited definitely a long time there.
Reloading.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Yeah, Apollyon definitely baiting out the attack there. It didn't end up getting baited at the very end there, but they did kind of, I don't know, maybe it threw off the timings of the SI a little bit. Hunter pouncing around though in the front, receiving some chip from the Uzi of Nick, but not much to be spoken about. Smoker grabbing a pull onto Alice in the back there though. Charger working his way in with the Hunter. Charger misses. Hunter getting absolutely demolished upon reaching the ground. And that will be another attack up and down there for Apollyon. And yeah, they're making quick work of this map thus far. Not all that much damage being pushed out onto the survivors.
And these SI are not quite sure what to do. They're just no match for the baiting capabilities of these guys.
Indeed. Now we have that tank coming up in the hands of Joshi. I always want to say Joshi Washi, but he's not the same Joshi Washi. A lot of you guys nowadays probably won't even remember or even know who Joshi Washi was. He was an old Left 4 Dead 1 player. And yeah, we'll see him make his way over to the maze as the survivors have decided to back up into the wide open area, which is where they first dropped down into the maze, or the park area, I guess you'd call it.
This is definitely one of the safest places to take the tank, in my opinion. You don't have much for infected spawns here.
Ooh, that tank almost grazing the top of Ellis's head there, but goes over the border wall there. And yeah, Joshi down to 15% rage. Survivor's playing very up close to the hedge wall, so if the Survivor does give them any chance, they can capitalize on any potential chip that they can get. And if he climbs this wall right here, Coach is looking at it. He knows where the ladder is. He's ready to rain down hell upon the Survivors. Nice rock there, hitting the hitbox of Nick. And that will refill Joshi's rage, but he's already on second pass, so that's not going to matter all that much. He's pretty much forced to commit with this attack, unless they're really certain that he can land a rock. And in fact, they're going to use that. Throws a rock towards Nick, lands the rock. That will be his rage meter refill. And a double boom landing over 12. Charger taking what's back up against the wall there. This rock is most certainly going to get skeeted, though. And indeed,
That was a huge rock. If you could have landed that, getting the end cap, but of course they're on point with it.
Indeed. Grizz taking actually quite a beating thus far in the early game here. All the way down to red. No permanent health left to really speak of except for those like 2 or 3 points. And yeah, Josh is once again down to 40% rage. This is not boding very well for him because now he has to wait for his SI to get back up before he can even think about committing. And he's doing a good job of holding the frustration. Another attack going in. Hunter Jocker working away in here. Throws a rock towards Nick. Not going to find it though. And the Hunter looking to capitalize here onto Rochelle. Missing the charge, but landing the rock. And Joshi Washi. I just did it.
Making these rocks work. Really great job.
Yeah, he is actually landing these rocks. Beautiful SI support. They didn't even land the charge, but they got the stumble, and that's what really mattered. Pushing Rochelle towards the tank and just, keeping her from moving around anywhere. And so Joshi doing some work with this tank thus far. And actually, Apollyon decided to move the way over towards the. I know we call it Cathedral, and it's actually Gazebo. But yeah, Survivor's deciding to move over there. A smoker pull going in, grabbing Alice. Rock going in, not finding a target though, getting skeeted out of the air by the Survivors. Josh is also down to 25 HP here though, so he has to be conscientious of what his rage is at. And Apollyon's got to know that he is probably low at this point.
And that was huge. That Boomer trying to wander in, get some kind of proxy going, and nobody interested in taking that boom, so they are going to be able to just run and run. AI tank coming up now too. He does lose the frustration. I don't know if they know that yet.
Tank just like punted the trash can across the alleyway. But he's gonna make his way and we're gonna go third person because he's actually looking into the abyss right now. Tank throwing a rock in, not finding a target though, spreading the Survivors. One boom does land on Nick though. That is gonna cause the tank to go off him. Jockey latching on to Elsa though. Tank climbing the fence. They know it's AI now, so they're gonna keep juking him across the fences. And this is a dead tank pretty much. because with the knowledge that Apollyon knows that, or has it, they know they can just keep juking across the fences. But they're not killing the tank. They're not running into him. He's making his way up towards Nick, but Nick pulling out the paddle bat and gets that last hit on the tank, killing it off. And that will be the tank up and over with. I mean, it started out really well, but I think...
The tank did get a lot of great rocks there at first, but coming in with 4k HP as AI, and that's almost a completely wasted tank.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
shut down, rather.
If they had really good SI support, it could have amounted to something, but they went in a little bit too early, I feel. But anyway, Smoker getting a pull here. Sarvi's still stuck inside of the seat of van there. And Spitter going down, spitting out into the van, but not going to find anyone as the Charger miss its target. And so that will be the attack up and over with. And Apollyon, I mean, this seems like a really scrappy game. It's hard to put my finger on it, but Apollyon, it doesn't seem like their survivor play is all that strong. And even Vox, their SI attacks are a little bit scattered. But for some reason, things are just connecting for these teams.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, this feels like a
Something
different
a little
Apollyon and a different Vox. It's not like the same ones we knew in the group stage. It's weird. But anyway, a nice double boom going out onto Nick and Coach. They're going to cause the survivors to backpedal a little bit here. Smoker grabbing a pull on Ellis there. Jockey turning his tight sights towards the other survivors. Not finding anything, though. But Nick bathing in the spit. Once again, that was Grizz. And I don't know why. He's taken actually a brunt of the damage. I shouldn't say a brunt. He's taken most of the damage so far this round.
Yeah, he's goblin pills like they're going out of style.
Indeed. I'm still thinking back to the tank. I feel like that tank could have done more. I think they got just a little bit too greedy with the tank. They enjoyed landing the rocks, last ditch effort.
Oh, Charger does get a big spawn up there, but he gets stopped on the little railings. But the spit does land, so that's huge, huge. Oh.
Indeed, a beautiful double cap landing on the survivors, and the spit goes down right on top of that just to complement it, and ends up with a end cap going out onto Grizz. And M4 also taking a big hit there, though, from the spit, and the cap that landed on top of him. So now Lust and Super holding 2 big health bonuses here for the remainder of the map. And there could be a possibility of 2 more hits here, though, depending on how Apollyon takes this next hit. And
yeah, these last hits are going to be so huge, and they will have a spitter up for it, so they'll have to make this work in a big way. You do drop around the witch, get it instantly. Smoker's up, but too late. And that spit's going down, not going to make any work.
Indeed. So another well-taken attack there by Apollyon, quickly dismantling the witch. And yeah, I believe that was even Grizz that actually went for the crown. I mean, he doesn't have any health bonuses to speak of anyway. So he knew, even if I fail this, it doesn't matter. I'll be black and white, but we have a set of pills for me to pop. And he pops it anyway, so he can keep going fast here. And they should be able to make their way in the safe room here. Jockey grabbing a quick spawn. Charger coming from behind, but they make their way in the safe room. Not wasting any time, not going for the frags. And Apollyon closing the door with a 428 health bonus.
Very efficiently taken map.
Indeed. And now we shall see what Vox Populi can bring to the table on the Survivor half. I'm going to go ahead and switch things around here. And yeah, we shall see just what they have in store for us.
I love their rotation, staying in that field area back before the second half of the map, and pushing forward exactly when they knew the rage counter was.
Yeah, they had to have known that the tank was low on HP or low on rage. He was inside the maze for quite a while before he landed his first of the 2 rocks, or actually 3 rocks, I think. And then, yeah, it just kind of went from there. Once again, though,
really
I think
lucid survivor play.
The beginning of
Oh,
the tank,
round is going live though. Yeah.
And the beginning of the tank was played perfectly yet again, but the later part, I feel like they should have just sent the tank. And once again, I don't think that should have ever went AI. Yeah,
they really had the macro on that one.
Yeah, and as you said, round has gone live, and I'll let you take it away.
This is one of the most popular spots for baiting. And you'll see some world-class baiting here. Ellis is going to creep up block spawns on that van, but nobody there. Jockey flying in from the top. Jockey and Hunter going for the same target. And the spit is just off target there, landing it on the roof. Charger's going to get a hit, but that spit was a little bit too quick there on the trigger.
Most certainly. And we see about the same amount of damage coming out from the first hits of both teams. And we shall see them make their way up into the park. and quickly make their way towards the bathrooms up ahead before encountering the next attack here. But depending on what the spawns are, no, they don't have a boomer, so we won't see any quick initiation here from a boomer. They hear the hunter in the backfield, I'm sure, so they're going to turn around and make sure they know what it is. And it is actually going for a wall pounce, so I actually want to see if it's a landed. It's a hunter in the hands of Lust. So let's see if we can actually make this happen. He's way up in the skybox, using the invisible wall to his advantage, going for the DP, and actually decides against it. Because actually managed to grind a pass on to Coach instead. He actually completely baited the survivors into looking at him, and then they sent the attack in as soon as the survivors knew that they heard the hunter stop pouncing around. So they knew that he was in the process of actually pouncing at them. And good bait there. It actually ended up with a little bit more damage and pushed out onto Vox Populi.
Yeah, not a bad play, but he realized at the last second he's going to have to get in there and support his teammates.
Indeed. And speaking of Grizz and teammates, we do have Tank coming up in the hands of Grizz Elsai Congru. Congru. I want to say Congru. I don't think there's a roll there. Yeah.
I don't think that's real Spanish.
I don't think it is either. I don't know what Sai Congru is. But attack wing his way in here though. Hunter, or Charger I should say, immediately shut down, rocking, skeeted out of the air. And now Grizz is going to be forced to rotate out here, or he's going to take a lot of chip from the shotguns of the survivors. Actually, he's taking about 200. And if I was the survivors, I'd probably go for this chip. I mean, it's a pretty good range for the shotguns.
They're probably still feeling a little stung by losing their tank to the AI. They want to put the pressure back on that frustration, maybe.
Indeed. Actually, they're already dropping that tank down to 35% rage, so not that bad of a job thus far. But they know the next attack is gearing up here. Smoker, Charger, Hunter working the way in here. He's looking for a rock. Throws it in, gets skeeted out of the air, though. And that Smoker instantly self-cleared. Hunter still passing around, but gets skeeted as well by the hands of Cool Jerk. Cool Jerk bringing it back in. And he's going to go for some big frags here. Dropping the tank's frustration down yet again, down to 15%. And he's probably going to pass to second here, 5%. And there we go, second pass. So this is actually pretty telling right here. This tank might commit right here because he would be in danger of actually passing it. And Boomer spawning right in front of the tree. Beautiful heads-up play there by the Boomer. I believe that was Lust, knowing that the survivors are all hiding behind that one tree, which is the problem with doing that. And it resulted with the tri-proxy on the survivors. Brock going in, connecting the Coach's face. Coach quickly hopping over the bush.
So huge, oh my god. Yeah, this tank, knowing he can commit on that boom so easily, getting rock after rock, he's going to be able to chase this guy down. And still only at half health, but dropping fast. He'll get another rock out. Might be able to get some more punches out. Jockey, though, causing some separation, and that's going to be huge. Nobody able to clear that Jockey. It's going to be an in-cap in the back if they don't get to him quick. And the tank is now wiped, but really, really great play. Making something happen in that open area, and Vox felt like they were indestructible after taking those first two SI attacks with perfection, really. That Boomer just throwing a wrench into their plans. Incredible Boomer there.
Yeah, that was an absolutely beautiful heads-up play though by Lust. You know, to realize that all the survivors
great
are behind
confidence
one
to
tree.
move that Boomer into position there, hoping that they'll be all behind and he'll be able to get the spawn.
Yeah, that
And
was
that's a huge mistake from Vox not to cover that, really.
indeed. And Coach pushing his way through the alley, takes the hunt like a champ, and also the spit goes on top of that. And that's going to do quite a number 2 puff. But he will continue moving his way up here. Boomer lands onto Alice in the back. And now they really have to work on protecting Cool Jerk and Puff. They're all their main health bonuses. I mean, there's still a little bit on a Stoopy and Joshi, but I'm sure that those two will disappear there as they are the lowest. And they're most certainly just going to lose them over the course of the attacks. Even if they don't land that heavily or that hard, they obviously they do take its toll over a duration.
Charger's going to come in looking like from behind here.
Indeed.
No Charger moving up. Waiting for everybody. Hunter in position right above him. Jockey jumping down, and everybody's coming down now. Spitter is going to try to throw that down on him. And that will be some decent Spitter damage. But Spittered a little bit too late on that.
Indeed, they do find one set of pillows over on Rochelle, and they're going to go and give it right to her. I believe they were actually initially on Coach. And they'll be able to pass him over to Stoopy, keeping him fast. But Actually, Kuldruk taking a big hit there, dropping him down into the yellow range, and he's going to be slow now along with Puff. So now two of the survivors will be permanently slow for the rest of the map. I don't think that there are any pills left here. Charger seeing the opportunity, taking Coach far, far away, but actually right next to Alice in the very end. Alice was around the other side of the fence and quickly freed Coach. And Boomer goes into ahead and boom down onto Ellis, delaying him from pushing forward here. And they have to know that there's a spitter on him. They probably hear him. Hunter going down, pouncing out onto Nick. He's still the biggest health bonus, and that health bonus is quickly dismantled with the help of that spit.
And even just with a single boom landing out on Ellis, I felt like that was not a good sign for things to come. It just slows them down a little bit too much. They weren't in bad shape up to that point, but things don't look good after that.
Indeed. And we shall see the Suarez work their way over to the switch, hitting the blind smoker, pulling Coach, almost pulling him off, and over to the other side of the fence, but barely managing to do it. And yeah, now the survivors are just looking for distance. I mean, they're down to 92 health bonus. Right now, if they were to make the save, they'd still go down by about 700 in total. And Spitter going and throwing down that spit onto the ground, obviously in front of the door, delaying the survivors, trying to drop down onto Alice, and actually gets him with the tail end of the spit. And Jackie will also spawn up inside of the bus depot here, looking for a latch onto somebody, looking for an end cap. Rides Coach out for a second, gets the end cap. And now they still have that Hunter up, looking for the Witch play, and will actually just wall kick right to Nick, get the end cap out onto him, and we might not even see Vox make it to the Witch. I mean, they're so close, but in reality, they're really far away.
A couple huge end caps there. These guys weren't in the worst shape to actually make it to the map, but they needed to survive one more attack and get that Witch crown. And that will write the end of it with the Charger coming in here now.
Actually, they will go pick up the
Charger couldn't get that spawn up, though, and they do get the pickup, but Nick dead, Misanthrope, hunted up front, and the Horde took him out. Boomer covering that Witch, trying to get the drop crown, but the Witch coming in and getting the end cap, closing out the round.
Indeed.
Good job, Witch.
Yeah, Witch pulling it in there at the very end, getting the kill out onto the Crownie. And that will be yet again the round there, killing off Alice as well. The Witch going ham. And yeah, that's just going to extend Apollyon's lead going into the third map here, though. I mean, Vox has shown good survivor play throughout the tank. Really, that tank didn't have anything until that amazing heads-up play by Lust. I mean, if that Boomer did not land, I don't think that tank would have really had anything. It was pretty much down to like 4,500 HP before it decided to commit or even got close enough to the survivors to actually do anything. And
It was amazing. Vox took 2 attacks so perfectly, and they got almost overconfident there, I feel.
Yeah, they should have just went back to their original places, just played it safe, kept doing the same thing that they were doing. But because they decided, all right, we're going to hard out some right now, everyone behind this tree, it just didn't pan out, obviously, the way they wanted it to. Boomer got an easy spawn on the other side of the tree. Tri-proxy happened. And, the rest just wrote itself. But regardless, coming into the third map here, we will see the score as being 1,696 to the 716 of Vox Populi. So Apollyon up by about 980 points, I think. I believe that's right. So 980 points will be your difference coming to the third map here, though. Vox needs to start looking for the wipe onto Apollyon, and then they have to make that map that they wipe them on. And we shall see if this will be the map where that happens. I mean, Apollyon is no easy wipe. They are not someone that should be trifled with, and they have some amazing survivor play. So to make that wipe actually happen is, an adventure in itself.
And right here, round going live with another very popular baiting spot. Hunter making some intimidation screeches up there on the bridge. Hunter closing them off in the safe room, but they cannot get that cap on Coach outside all alone. Charger and Jockey getting shut down. Still a little bit of damage coming out. Not bad, not bad. And that's an early tank right up all the way at the house. So not that far at all, actually. He's going to take cover inside and try to see what they can do. This is a make or break tank for these guys, and they know it.
Indeed. this is a very pivotal tank. Puff right now stuck inside the house, the second floor of it. Sarvs have pushed way up on him. They know that if he wants to rotate towards the roof that is to their right now, or at least from the tank's POV, he's going to have to take quite a bit of chip to actually make that happen, and he's going to go ahead and do that right now. SI Tac throwing himself in there, though. Does get some decent chip, though. Nothing really landed, but the scratches do come out on the survivors. But the tank has made the rotation, but not before taking 1,000 chip.
Yeah, and he was trying to draw a little bit of fire there to free up his SIs to support, but they couldn't make anything happen, unfortunately. So, attack shutdown and 1,000 chip.
Yeah, so good attempt there, though. But yeah, as you mentioned, it's still 1,000 chip going out onto Puff on that rotation, and he's on second pass now, 55% rage, no car to work with or anything, and his rage is dropping very fast. He's forced to commit pretty much right now onto survivors. Smoker is spawned up right behind him. He's looking for pull, grabs Apollyon and Ellis there, but immediately cleared. But Ellis will be his target, punching him yet again. And one more punch will send him into the red state. And actually gets stuck on the van. This tank could get out if he wanted to do, but he's actually going to stay instant instead. And he's going to go ahead and throw a rock out there on the coach. Not going to find it, though. Not going to find his target. And tank now going to try and climb out. I think it's a little late to actually decide to back out here. And Puff will indeed get shot down by the Uzis and shotguns of Apollyon. But, I mean, damage was done, but definitely wasn't, you know, a hefty blow.
Good SI support, for sure. But, yeah. Apollyon just wrecking things right now. Really playing well. Pleasure to watch these guys play right now, actually.
Yeah, Apollyon handling it very well, shutting down the SI as they came in, and then immediately turning their eyes back towards the, you know, the sights of the tank. But that boomer did do work. The boomer gave the tank some good support, drew the attention off of the tank a little bit there, allowed him to get those punches onto Ellis. I feel like the tank should have backed out a little bit earlier there. He looked to get out when he had like 500 HP left, and all the survivors were looking at him. He probably should have just gotten out much earlier. I think he would have been a lot safer that way. Like when he
missed his entry rock, and that sort of messed up his plans a little bit. Smoker kind of throwing off his angle there.
Indeed, and it looks like the Sarvs are trying to use Super here. It's a bit of a bait, as he does have pretty much no remaining permanent HP. And it looks like you see the attack working his way in there with no charger, taking Ellis over towards the other side of the bus. Spit goes down on top of that. And now how will Ellis get out of this? He gets a double stand-up action. He takes an end cap, falling off of the bus. And that will be Super's first end cap. Nick throwing out the machete on him just for insult. Yeah, that's going to be another set of pills committed to Ellis. And that will be his first end cap as well.
They're going to have to pretty much do that every time with the spitter.
Yeah, they have to really
if they want to do some work on this health bonus. I mean, these guys are in fantastic shape right now.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, though, it's not even really about the health bonus. Like, they have to start getting the wipes. Like, they need a
Well, not the bonus, but I just mean their stamina.
Yeah, true, true.
This is a pretty long map, after all.
Yeah. I think in general as well, though, like, Vox needs to land more spit charges. It seems like Apollyon is really good at shutting down the charges before they get anywhere close to actually thinking about charging. Boomer coming from the bathroom, though, landing a tri-boom onto the survivors. I wonder if this will prompt the SI to actually go inside this house here. Smoker does spawn up in the back, looking for pull, but gets shut down by Nick with the Uzi. And actually, Grizz is running an SMG now. It's interesting. But Charger goes in from the front with the jockey. Only chest bumping Ellis, though, in the end. And that will be the attack completely thwarted there. And that's actually really interesting. Grizz is using an SMG. I didn't even notice that.
Who's running shotgun?
Shotgun is on Super and Lust. And they're running a 2-2 setup, actually. It's 2 SMGs, 2 shotguns. Huh.
Hey, these guys know what they're doing.
Indeed. Grizz showing off a little bit of his SMG play here. And we're going to see the rest of the attack works way in, though. Hunter getting absolutely destroyed there by the SMG of Grizz. And Grizz has already spotted the head of the spitter. And so he knows where to look for it. The spit will probably go for the delay spit here, though. Actually, no, Spitter's going to completely back out, go for the despawn, and reset up with that charger.
These guys are able to, even when they do get boomed, they manage to take the attack so well, and they don't seem to get boomed out of position ever. So these guys, they just know how to make it through the map so fast and efficiently.
Indeed, that moment that the boomerang lands, they immediately group up, they stay close, and they just kind of keep everyone safe. Smoker going up at the front, though, getting the pull out on Ellis, though. Charger not able to actually squeeze by Ellis, though. So a little bit of a misplay, actually. I believe there was a common actually keeping Ellis inside the tunnel, and it stopped any damage from really being done to anyone else besides the damage tampon. So Apollyon taking the choke very easily here.
And that jockey. Rest in peace, jockey.
Yeah, Jackie just getting punched in the face for all of his troubles. And yeah, Smoker getting killed off without even triggering the alarm is Apollyon. Apollyon.
These cars itching to make some noise, but they are not answering call.
So many of these cars are alarmed right now. And with the tank already dead, Apollyon has a pretty free run to the safe room, and only person taking in cap thus far in the game. Charger goes in onto the stairwell, not going to find anything though, just the railing, and will be killed off easily there though by Apollyon.
Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh
We do have the witch up though, so unless all hell breaks loose here on the witch, I don't foresee that much happening else to Apollyon, unless a really good track out happening. Crown goes out, witch is going to go ahead and climb the bridge, and actually decides to kill off a common or two on her way up. She's actually having a hard time finding a ladder. She's bouncing off of it. Oh, there we go. That shall be the end of the witch, killing her off.
Yeah, the witch almost acting with the same amount of hesitation Vox has been going with. They just can't quite seem to find their rhythm.
Super running down all alone into the SI, not showing any fear. He knows he's not anything really to the survivors right now. He is the damage tampon, and shutting down everything, meleeing the jockey, killing off the smoker by himself, and Hunter will land under a shell there for a second. But other than that,
Great forward play by Ellis there, yeah, as the esteemed role of damage tampon.
Yeah, he's playing it very well, actually. He's been b-hopping down off the highway. He was like, hey guys, I'm here to play. And unfortunately, the SI did kind of get baited into it. And they're really just throwing a lot of hits on Ellis, and Apollyon still has 3 sets of pills, just kind of feeding them to Super as he needs them. Boomer rocketing in, gets a double boom out onto Rochelle and Coacher. Attack coming in from behind. Charger going in, missing everybody by an inch. Coach and Rochelle almost falling victim to it, and Grizz actually chasing down the jockey and meleeing him with the machete.
And it looked like that jockey had a great separation on Ellis there, but for some reason didn't see him or decided that he didn't want to mess with Supra. Interestingly, as Supra is timing out at that exact moment.
Indeed, Supra actually dropping out, and says he's timed out, so he should be back here momentarily. I'm assuming his game probably just crashed or something along those lines. Maybe his internet dropped. But he shall be back here. Indeed, there he is.
I can just imagine him seeing that jockey coming in, timing out, and then coming back and realizing nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Very quickly, alt F4ing. Just saying nope. Super saying you must ready up too.
Whoa, that hurt.
And actually, Super yet again, I don't know, he's in there. He is back, and we'll see an attack going inside the safe from Hunter, looking to latch onto her shell there, though. But she quickly backs out, but still manages to eat the Hunter, not finding her way outside of the door. And Charger goes in, lands out onto her. She is one of the health bonuses. M4 taking a lot of damage here from the spit. Most likely an end cap at this rate, locked in the spit. And the Common doing an amazing job keeping him inside. And that's going to be another end cap going out onto Apollyon. And that was actually a big hit. That's going to do work.
Getting that spitter up in the last second there in position. Doing pretty much a full health bar of damage there to the end cap, but still health bonus not too shabby here at pretty much, what, geez, that's a lot of points. So 600 or something? Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, 528 points of health bonuses for Apollyon. And that, as you said, it's a crap ton of health bonus. So even with that last
exactly.
Even with that last hit, Apollyon taking a map like a beast, using Supra to his fullest. And we see Apollyon just beast away in the safe room. Big health bonuses, over 500 on this map. And we're going to see quite a score differential opening up here. Vox Populli sitting at 716. Apollyon over at 2844. And Vox needs to make this map. I mean, the map alone is worth 600 distance, so like with that alone, they or close it down 1300, and then they need like a 700 health bonus or something. They got to make it at least 2k here. That being said, attack is going.
You guys wasting no time on the baiting. All four running right out. That's going in right away, but getting shut down pretty well. And yeah, coming out of the gate strong, fast. They want to get this over with and destroy this tank.
Indeed, and Tank is already spawned up here in the hands of M4. Sora's actually pushing forward into him, and Tank playing this actually extremely smartly, hopping on top of the mini roof on the side here, and gonna go ahead and completely nullify any chance Sora's had of actually tracking him down and squeezing him or pinching him in any way. And M4 will make his way back towards the car here. Another attack orders way in the Smoker instantly cleared by Coach, and I believe that charger did land. I think the Hunter got skied.
Yeah, Piff, great skeet on that Hunter. Preventing the Charger from getting too much of a heads up there. But car coming in on top of the bridge there, so if he does want to play with that later, it's in position.
It certainly is. So M4 down around 500 HP right now, sitting at 5400 HP remaining. And we shall see another side attack looking to make his way in here, though. It's going to be a Smoker, Boomer, and a Jockey. And I wonder if he's going to commit. He's actually looking to rotate off of this. Smoker spawn up. It's definitely just going to be a rotate. Boomer coming in. Gets popped, though. But the tank does rotate, but he's already down to 4,000 HP. He took, what, 1,700 damage from the rotate?
He did want to get in position for that car, but it's not quite in the best position to rotate in. And
Yeah.
he's going to try to knock it down, and it's a little bit out of play now. He's just going to commit. Gets a double punch off, splitting up the survivors, and Smoker slows Ellis down. Allows some more punches to come out on him. Jockey cover going down, and the Hunter will go down too, but that frees up the tank to incap Ellis over there right before he dies.
Indeed, so pretty well played there by Vox. Even the tank getting an uncap and a little bit of chip out into the survivors with the help of the SI support. Joshi, for some reason, was juking the tank back and forth instead of actually running away from the tank. It allowed the tank to really close that gap, the distance, really fast. And
that's a pretty well played tank kill there.
Indeed, Charger goes in from behind, not finding its target out onto Nick, though, but will crash and get those 2 points of stumble damage. And Hunter spawning up on the other side. The camper here goes for the wall kick and lands it out onto Coach. Jockey latching onto Rochelle and riding her in the spit there for a little bit more extra damage. And that will drop also Nick down into the yellow, forcing him to pop one of his set of pills. And now Stoopy and Puff with the only 2 remaining set of pills that the survivors will have for a little while. I know there's one up ahead in here in this house at the top to the left. And Ellis finds it, picks it up. Yeah. And actually, they find another set inside this house. I thought there was only one. Oh, Rochelle getting pulled in the back. A lot of separation. Ellis makes his way back up there very fast, though, but there are 2 more captains going in. Nice double charge in the backfield. And that's going to be a lot of damage. And Rochelle getting up, but the Hunter re-latching onto her.
Oh, my lord. And I thought the story here was they're going to have to avoid these boomers and get some pops, but even before that, getting double capped in the back there.
Yeah, so it was
just
being
unbelievable tenacity from Apollyon.
Yeah, Vox just being a little too quick on the gun there, though. Dropping before everyone was really ready, and Rochelle paying for it along with Ellis in the backfield there. And that's going to be a hell of a hit coming out from Apollyon. And just absolutely dismantling 2 of the health bonuses there of Vox. Stoopy and Josh. I mean, Josh is now actually black and white. That was his second down. He was the one who got the cap during the attack. Charger comes in the backfield there, grabs the charge onto Rochelle, putting her back down the staircase. Spitter came in from the front, though, and wasn't able to get close enough to actually land that spit onto the charge target. But, I mean, needless to say, the damage has been done to Vox for this map. I mean,
that's one of those drop spots that everybody takes so carefully these days. You almost don't expect such damage at it. And yeah, they, as you said, they paid for it dearly.
Indeed. And the Stars will continue making the way throughout the map here. Coming up to quite possibly, arguably, the biggest choke of this map, which is this sewer. There's a lot of ways that the attack can play. Actually, they're going to go for the last 2 survivors up top here, though. Hunter's still up, and Rochelle actually getting stumbled down the hole. No!
Looked like a double cap up top, but just a single cap. And that is still pretty painful to swallow.
The Jockey, upon latching onto Nick, actually stumbling Stoopy down the hole. Wow. and that's going to result in the death of Cool Jerk. Joshi actually also dies, him being Ellis. He died off some point there. I think that was the pound spit in the back of the tunnel there. And that will result in a double kill there from Apollyon. Looking to end it here. Jockey Charger. Smoker working away in the... Oh, Smoker looking to grab a pull onto Stoopy. And lands it at the last second. Beautifully played there. Stoopy almost getting the clear, but not in time.
Beautiful double cap and spit there to close out the round. And yeah, that stumble down the hole. I don't know if you could call that lucky or not, but yeah, that was definitely fun to see.
That was wonderfully played there by Apollyon. I mean, yeah, the stumble down the hole could have been a little luck. It could have, you know, not been intentional, but it happened nonetheless, just based on the survivor's positioning and the person that the jockey decided to go on to. And yeah, that ended up with the wipe happening soon thereafter, and we'll be heading into the fourth map with almost irreparable damages to the distance. I don't think there's a way that Vox can really recover. I mean, look at the scores right now: 2,844 to 1,065 points. So that's, you know, 1,800 points roughly, a little less than that, but 1,800 points separating these two teams. And a quick ready up here. Both these teams are like, let's just get this over with. It's almost done. And yeah, we'll be going live here with the fourth map. Once again, we will be playing the finale as well.
I love the finale play on this one. This, obviously, with the whatever's game, a little bit of a questioning on the finale, but it's fantastic to see these high-level teams play on that one.
That was actually a really nice hit there coming out from Vox. They saw that everyone was kind of packed up around the door, and the moment that Ellis stepped out the doorway, the boomer dropped in. Survivors popped the boomer, which incidentally ended up popping on themselves. And that ended up with a really nice hit, thus taking a lot of damage from the hit itself. And also Grizz ended up with a little bit on the tail end. But there's a witch up ahead. Jockey heads up play there, grabbing on a Nick, dragging him into the garage. There was a hunter in the backfield, but I believe it was taken care of. There's a spitter still up here, spitting onto the witch. But Ellis still managed to grab the crown, reeling it in. And that will be the witch up and down. 20 points secured for Apollyon.
Yeah, that jockey maybe could have even gone forward towards the witch there a little more, but just opting for the damage cover. And yeah, with that, the tank will spawn up inside the pool,
above them,
right above these survivors.
I wouldn't be surprised if he dropped right now. In fact, if I was a tank, I wouldn't let them back out on the street. Cool Jerk's gonna let them walk back outside though, taking 400 chip to throw that rock and not gonna land. I would have dropped right in their faces. I mean, you got your SI coming up. I mean, you can't really ask for that much more. Just kind of
I
drop.
completely agree.
You know, there's common all around him. Just, you know, push it back into common. Nice boom landing on the survivors though. Try boom. CJ should just push from behind into them. He's not gonna though. He's just gonna wait. He either really wants this wipe, or he wants a tri-cap first. Like he's looking for something to happen.
these setups though, right above them and with the booms coming in too.
Yeah, I feel like he
Really
just
be
dropped
expecting
from
a commit.
Like if he just dropped from the railing behind him, he could have cut the survivors off. They had it's like 2 in front, 2 in back. The boom hit, and you could just like split them.
Now finally committing after the boom wears off, but the attack is up and they get a double cap out. Turns are still pounding away. Tank getting punches and punches. Bunches of punches.
Indeed, Tank now.
2 caps and capping up, coach, up on the roof there. That is something you don't see every day. Oh, and this will not be a wipe though. They come in with the melees and close that tank out, even despite the double boom inside.
The SI will be coming up though very shortly. They should have 2 cappers in the making right now. Jockey comes in, delays the pickup, brings Nick forward in the map, and now they do have the smoker. And actually, no, the Nick does end up actually getting cleared for the very last second. So Super is staying up. Smoker's tongue being broken on the wall, or the door frame, if you will. And Apollyon not succeeding to the wipe there. But now, yeah,
and look
Coach,
at this spot. Are they going to be able? They do get the pickup there, yeah. I wasn't sure if they would be able to reach him. He's so high up there, but
freaking
getting
Coach.
the pickup and recovering.
Reloading here.
Freaking Coach, man. And yeah, they're going to go and pick him up. All the sets of pills have been committed thus far. It looks like they will be throwing the hit up here at the top of the staircase. The smoker's still spawned in. Charger looking for the rocket, but hits the top of the window frame. And that will completely nullify him, messing up his rocket, and he will pay the price of dying.
These guys getting antsy for the wipe, rushing their attack in a little prematurely, but looks like they got this bit of damage at least.
I really thought that was going to be a wipe. I thought that was wonderfully played by CJ.
Especially after that boom and the two cappers up there at the end.
Yeah, it seemed like the boomerang missed his spawn initially and he had to reposition a couple times. But I think if the boomerang got his initial spawn that he wanted and landed it, it would have pushed the survivors kind of closer together and up against the left wall of that bar room. But yet again, unfortunately, it didn't happen. So we'll see Apollyon continue their way up here. Smoking it instantly cleared there in the backfield. Jockey works his way down the staircase, gets meleeed down there by Coach. And this is probably going to be the event for Apollyon. They probably won't see another attack until they go to trigger it.
Zombies are trying to kill me.
Apollyon really with an answer for everything this game.
Somebody start the tractor.
I love seeing the difference in styles from these two teams. Apollyon just with such tactical precision, and Vox is able to pull some amazing things off, but it feels like they're just kind of flying by the seat of their pants a little bit.
It feels like they're always just one step behind. Like they almost get things, but once again they don't quite get it. And Boomer going in, immediately getting popped there by Super. Good heads up play by him, looking onto the roof for those boomers. And he popped it the moment it started flying in. Spit goes down, not having anything to actually spit onto though, so it's going to result in no points. Actually, Rochelle stepping in there for a couple seconds. Rochelle on the brink of taking it down actually, and Alice will go ahead and TK her. Just, picking her up for those extra points of health so that she doesn't get down in a really bad spot, which would be across this float.
No hesitation on that TK, and the Charger does come in, knocks Coach down, but are they going to be able to clear him in time? Yeah, just with a few points of health on M4 down there, he's going to have to go all the way around and hold these guys back a little further.
Indeed.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they made it to the next room here.
You mean to the safe room or just the next room, like the building?
Oh no, just the next room.
Nice double cap laying in the back, actually, but the tongue gets cut there by, I believe it was Nick, but Coach will take it down in the backfield here, and that's going to cause Rochelle to back up a little bit here, help him get back up. Spit goes down for the delay, throws a spit down. Rochelle might take an in cap. No, they immediately hop up onto the banister, saving themselves from taking that in cap. And this smoker down to 10 HP. If a bee stings him, he'll pretty much die. One stray pellet will kill him. And the smoker goes in. Jockey actually goes in first, looking for the jockey, not finding it. Gets ragdolled there by Rochelle. And Koljark still with this smoker up, looking for it. Oh, getting shot down there though. The stray bullet did hit him. And that's going to be
This guy's just squeaking by here. Amazing.
Indeed, survivors are doing some work actually right now. Grizz down to 1 HP before he goes black and white. Lust also on his first in cap. M4 is already black and white, and he has 6 HP left to his name. So single scratch.
Yeah, this is the next room I was talking about. This one here.
The pill cabinet. Oh, Boomer pulling a Hitman, walking into Coach's face and delivering the finishing blow to him.
And that jockey dancing into the back there to meet Grizz. Don't know if anybody caught that, but.
Survivors slowly but surely making their way through the map here, though. As to how much farther they'll make it, nobody really knows. Rochelle taking an in cap there from the common. Smoker looking for the pull in the back. Out onto Alice. Does grab it. Actually, tongue getting cut there. This Charger looking for spawn, though, and Alice is stuck in the spit, taking massive amounts of damage from it. Charger comes in, 1 punch, 2 punch, looking to wipe it here. And Jockey Charger combo onto Nick will seal the deal. And that will be the round for Apollyon, putting them at a distance of 5-11. And Vox looking to maybe win around here. And we'll see if they can actually make the safe room and succeed where Apollyon failed.
That is so rough. Feeling, having the taste of that wipe after the tank there so many times. And Apollyon just pushing and pushing, not going down.
This will work.
That's, it's gotta be so discouraging as Vox. And, yeah, as you said, just one step behind these guys.
Yeah, Apollyon just on the on point with everything tonight, and they're doing an amazing job. I mean, map 1 was rough, but map 2, I mean, even map 2 started rough, but 3 and 4 so far have been absolutely amazing. Attack coming in here, though, double boom landing on the survivors. Rochelle getting pulled inside the spit, still hanging there, and a Stoopy taking massive damage down into the yellow already, down into the red now. And he's now getting scratched down by the Smoker, the Stoopy, down into the 20 permanent HP range after the first hit. Beautifully played there by Apollyon, taking their time and methodically picking apart a Stoopy on that hit.
Yeah, that boomer coming in and them distracted by the hunter, they didn't even have time to figure out what to do with the smoker there. And amazing spit smoke. I usually don't see too much damage coming off of those, but great job with the cappers they had.
Hunter Jockey both getting shut down heavily there by Vox Populi. Now they know where this tank spawns, so the moment it spawns up, they should be looking to go backwards. And instead, actually, they're going to try and push forward here and try to bully the tank out of the room here. But tank is there to greet the punch in the back down the staircase. And I'm not too sure why Vox is thinking that they can actually make it into the pool room here.
That was a fearless play, but...
I mean, they were trying to bully the tank, but the tank, he ain't afraid of pushing back. Rock going out there, and beautiful curve rock there by Supra. And then we'll find his target out onto Nick, I believe it was. Another curve rock. This one hitting Ellis instead. Super with the curve rocks thrown down his troll spray. And we might see a little bit of a curve rock action going out here. Boomer goes in, lands that double boom out of survivors. Another rock finding in the face of Ellis. A punch goes on to him. One more punch will put Joshi down. Actually getting TK down instead. Tank's pushing in, finds Coach. And quickly doing work on him. Gonna be another incap out onto Coach here, though. Tank is down to 10 or 1,000 HP, down to 600 now. One more melee will actually seal the deal. And there it is. Rochelle getting that final melee and killing off the tank, but not before the damage is done.
This capper's just up a little bit too late to provide the wipe support for that tank, but pretty devastating tank regardless. And those rocks, oh man, that tank played very confidently.
Yeah, those rocks are absolutely amazing to start the tank off. Super doing work with those curves, showing how it's done. And yeah, only one set of pills left on the survivors here in the hands of CJ. And we'll see what he can do here. Though Charger working his way in, not going to find anything. Immediately shut down by LS afterwards. Hunter finds the pass onto Rochelle, but gets cleared by the proxy of the boom. And I believe Rochelle is the only survivor boomed here, though. So that's going to cause her to be a little bit comm locked here. And she's also on the brink of going down.
And you can see Nick here running way up. I'm not quite sure. He's just scouting out, I think. Getting some ammo.
Reloading here.
Ooh, nice clear on that smoker. Trying to get the pull onto Rochelle to in-cap her, but that never really goes well for smokers. They're way too fast. And they will get that cap down in the back. Get some cappers up. A few charger punches. Just to make these guys hurt a little bit.
Indeed, Boomer kind of just kind of hopping around inside the building. Finds the proxy still out onto Ellis though, and Vox, you know, it was a pretty rough game for them. It does appear that they will be actually knocked out of the tournament here unless some sort of miracle happens between here and the finale. But once again, I think it's almost impossible. Puff actually getting ledge hung here. Weirdest ledge hang ever. Rochelle getting jocked back into the building. Actually, in cap, that's an irretrievable spot. There is no way that they can actually get Rochelle back up there. And Puff is getting picked up here, though, by Nick from below. And actually gets pulled before he can actually get the complete pickup. Charge goes out. That will be the wipe onto the survivors. Beautifully played there by Apollyon.
And yeah, those survivors just all scattered about there in difficult spots. So close yet so far away. And yeah, that's the story about this game with Vox. Just can't quite close it together, and they're gonna actually close the game out, not opting to play the finale, knowing the point difference is just nigh on 2,000.
Indeed, that will actually be the end of the game. Vox opting out of doing the finale. I mean, it's not every day that you see the finale played, and I guess they just didn't feel like doing it as, once again, as you stated, the point differential is just too much. It wouldn't even matter, really. So we shall see. Once again, Team Apollyon taking the W here over Team Vox, and that's going to push them up into the semifinals. And we will go ahead and check out the matches, because the matches should be predictable at this point as to who's going who, as all the games have been played. So let me go ahead and toss you guys over to the screen, and we shall go check out the brackets and see what is going on here. So if you guys click on the RBT2 finals brackets link, it will give you guys the brackets. I don't believe they're updated just yet. The only game that has been updated has been Velvet Room so far. So next week, well, for the next 2 weeks, pretty much, we will see the matches of Apollyon going up against TSSS, or Team Spectacular Soy Sauce. That will be one matchup, and then it will be Apollyon versus Velvet Room for the other matchup. And then those are two pretty good games. I think the Apollyon and TSSS game is probably going to be mine to watch. But Velvet Room versus Apollyon should be pretty damn good as well. If Velvet Room plays the way
that game's going to be mind-blowing.
If Velvet Room plays the same way they did during the Series Business game, we could see a hell of a game. Like, that's going to be, as you just said, mind-blowing. And
those are the two most prepared teams, in my opinion, especially after seeing Apollyon that game with just executing with such precision every move, every single move, and you could almost see the internal clocks on them, knowing exactly when to move, exactly when to line up. Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a game, and I have no idea who would come out of Velvet Room Apollyon on top, but